Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back with another get ready with me video. I hope that you guys are doing great today. Let's jump right in. I prepped my eyes using the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip eyeshadow and concealer primer. I have been loving this primer lately. Just makes my shadows pop so beautifully and they stay all day. And the palette I'm going to be using today is the Too Faced Born This Way Sunset Stripped Eyeshadow Palette. I'm just using very simple neutral shades because for this look, the focus is going to be the lips, which you guys really loved in the videos that I filmed wearing this look. So the eyes are just going to be very easy to do. I'm using a fluffy MAC 224 brush and I am blending this all over my crease. Now I'm going in with a lighter shade just to kind of blend out the edges or blur out the edges of that first eyeshadow that I placed. This is a good trick if you want to get rid of any harsh lines. Take a color that is a little close to your skin tone and blend those edges out with that. It's going to give it a nice blur and just make the blending process quicker. Now I'm taking a richer brown with a smaller crease brush. I believe this is a Morphe brush, and I'm going to focus that eyeshadow towards the outer part of the eye into the crease, keeping it on the outer corner. I switched brushes and I am using this brush is very dense but very kind of packed and thin so that I can really get into that crease and really focus that brown in there. So this is the same shade but it looks deeper, and I love doing this trick because you can literally take the same shade and use a tighter brush and it will appear like a deeper shadow. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply this shimmery shade with a MAC 239 brush. I've had this brush since I was in high school, and I put a glitter polish on the end of the brush, and that has been there since I think I was like 17 years old. I'm 32 now. So MAC brushes were amazing. I don't know if they still are the same quality because I haven't bought too many MAC brushes recently, but back then they lasted years and years. After applying the eyeshadow, I also like to dab it on with my finger as well. It just concentrates the shimmers so much better. And now I am cleaning up the shape of my shadow with a makeup remover wipe. Now we're going to go ahead and add a winged liner, which lately I have been struggling with my wing liner. I want to just sit down every day and do my makeup even if I'm not going anywhere, because I feel like sometimes I'm losing certain techniques, or I think like maybe since I'm getting older my eye shape is maybe changing a little bit. So I really need to just sit down and practice, because every time that I do my makeup to film, there's something about my makeup that I just am not too happy with. Liner is always something that is just so tricky, as well as eyebrows for me. So there is the wing liner. Now I'm going to be adding One Size Beauty Fantasize mascara, one of my favorite mascaras, and I'm going to be using lashes from TEMU. If you haven't checked out my TEMU haul, go ahead and check it out. Next up, I am going to be applying some primer. This is an Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. I'm kind of using a lot of oldies in this video because I'm trying to determine what makeup I want to keep in my collection, what doesn't work for me, what does. This primer was very good. And this foundation, this is definitely an oldie but a goodie. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. If you want a full coverage foundation, a foundation that you want to wear to an event, you're going to go out, you want your face to look flawless all night, definitely try Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. It is just an oldie but a goodie. That's pretty much what it is. It's one of those that will always be in my makeup collection no matter how many foundations come out. Look at the way that that foundation is blending. The coverage of it is matte, and even though I have dry skin, this never looks flaky on me or cakey or anything. It just kind of blends into my face very seamlessly and gives me a very like beautiful look. It really diffuses the pores. It's long lasting. I mean, you guys can tell in these videos that I did with this makeup that my face was just super blurred. It even helped to kind of like soften my expression lines on my forehead. So I was kind of in shock. Even though my skincare has been doing a lot for me lately, this foundation really helped to just smooth out the face and make it look like there's literally a filter on my face. It's matte, it's beautiful, it's long wearing, full coverage. Here is a comparison that I always do, showing you the side without foundation and the side with foundation. Beautiful. That is one that I will definitely continue to use, even though I don't use it often because it's so full coverage, but I love it. For concealer, we're going in with another oldie but a goodie. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This concealer is literally like a cloud on your face. It's just so fluffy and smooth, and it makes your skin look so soft and just beautiful. It blends out really nice. It doesn't really crease too much on me. It's not drying, but it's not super dewy. It's just like the perfect finish. And I do want to get it in a few other shades because the formula of this is just amazing. Just gonna go ahead and blend out that concealer. As you can see, it's really brightening the under eye area, and you see how smooth it makes the under eye area look. It looks healthy, it just looks radiant, and this concealer is everything. Moving on, I am going to contour using the Patrick Ta Major Sculpt Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer. This is amazing if you travel a lot, or if you just like to have just multiple things in one product. You can cream contour with this as well as bronze. They're both in one compact, and the formula is beautiful. Patrick Ta does not do wrong by me. I mean, everything that I have tried from Patrick Ta is just stunning, so this is just great. I am using the shade, I believe it's She's Sculpted. I did buy this in the first shade when it came out, like the lighter shade, and it did not work for me because it was way too light. So this shade is perfect for me because it does add that depth to my skin. It contours it, gives it a little bit of bronzy look. The bronzer, I will say, is not the most pigmented, but it is a nice one if you prefer to build up your product instead of going in with like a heavily pigmented bronzer. That one is very, very nice. Next up for blush, you guys, this is the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Stick in the shade Dusty Rose. This formula is so beautiful, so creamy. I always love to swatch them on my hand so that you guys can see the color of them. And I picked up the blush from my hand and applied it to my face. So this really gave a very soft, diffused look. I am using the Huda Beauty, I think it's a cream blush brush. I really love the way that it applies cream blush. And as you can see, this just gives a very natural, not too crazy blush shade. It's really, really nice, and I love the Makeup by Mario cream blushes, so I definitely recommend them. Now I'm going to go ahead and set my makeup. I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder. I got this a couple months ago and I was not really using it, so I decided to use it this day, and I was just blown away at how blurring and beautiful that made my under eyes and my skin look. It really does a great job at blurring your pores, smoothing the skin, and setting the makeup. So as you can see, it looks really, really nice. Now I'm going to go into the bronzer part of the Patrick Ta contour and bronzer, and I'm going to go ahead and apply some bronzer to my skin. And as you can see, it's just a soft bronzer. It is not harsh, it's not too pigmented, so I really do like that you can work this bronzer up. Now I'm going to add some eyeshadow to the lower lash line. So I'm using a pencil brush. I believe this is a MAC 219 if I'm not mistaken. Another brush that I've had for years. Now I'm going to go in with this Valentino Eye to Cheek eyeshadow and blush in the shade Sweet Rebel. I've been dying to use this because I did include this in my Sephora haul recently, and I finally got to use it and I love it. I feel like I still need to work with how I apply this blush because I feel like it can look much better. I think I want to try this blush with like a very dewy foundation look so that that sheen can kind of come through, because this look was very matte. So the blush did turn out a little more matte than it should look. So I gotta play around with that, but it's a great shade. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and spray some D'Alba First Spray Serum. You can find this setting spray on my Amazon storefront. It will be linked down below. It's so soothing on the skin. Now I'm going to go ahead and brighten up the under eyes with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Halo Glow Setting Powder. One of you guys reminded me in the comments how good this powder is, and I remembered that I had it in my collection, so I definitely had to pull it out, give it some love, and I wanted to show you guys how beautiful this is. Gives you that pink bright shade under the eyes if you're looking for an affordable under eye brightening shade and you don't want to get any money from Sephora, you don't want to spend the money, e.l.f.'s got you, because this powder is brightening, smoothing, it's beautiful, and it's super affordable, which is the best part. And as you can see, it definitely brightens the under eye area. Now I'm going to apply some lower lash mascara. This mascara never changes because it is my all-time favorite. Doesn't flake or anything, so I love it so much. And for the star of the show, we are going to be applying our lip color, which I am using the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheek Lip Liner in the shade Kiss and Tell. Very bright red shade. These lip liners are amazing. The formula is very smooth, creamy, easy to apply. And next up, I am going to be using this new lip product that I have here. This is the Haus Labs Atomic Shake Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Cherry Shine. It's not new, but it is new to my collection. And as you can see, I didn't read the instructions and I started applying it and I rubbed my lips together, and that is a big no-no with this. It will look so messed up. So I went ahead and took it off. I thought that this was going to be like a product that I was going to return. I was so scared. But if you read the instructions, you have to apply it, let it dry. So do not rub your lips together, and you can literally kiss. And this is not going to go anywhere, and it keeps that beautiful shine. It keeps that intense color, and it does not rub off. So I definitely want to check out the other shades because it's super duper amazing. So now for the scent of the day, I am going in with Oscar de la Renta Bella Tropical. I have an update coming up on this perfume and you guys are going to be shocked. We'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.